So let us move ahead with our new chapter, which is on photochemistry. So today we are going to learn about the difference between a dark and light reactions. We are going to understand what is a photophysical reaction and what is a photochemical reaction. And there are certain laws that governs this photochemistry or the absorption of light. We are going to learn about that, and what is quantum efficiency, how to calculate a quantum efficiency. So when we are talking about thermal or dark reactions, so there is an absorption of heat, and this absorption of heat is usually from the external sources. ठीक है, थर्मल रिएक्शंस जैसे बॉइलिंग ऑफ वाटर, ठीक है, हम वहाँ पे क्या कर रहे हैं, एक्सटर्नल हीट सप्लाई कर रहे हैं, और उस बॉइलिंग ऑफ वाटर के अंदर हम वी कैन ऐड सम अदर केमिकल्स एज वेल. ओके, and in case of photochemistry there is an absorption of light radiation, and in particular we are interested in light radiation in the UV visible region, that is 200 to 800 nanometer region. So this photochemistry is the branch of chemistry which deals with the study of interaction of radiation with matter, which results into a physical or a chemical reaction. So there are two types of processes in photochemistry. One is a photophysical process which takes place by the absorption of light but do not result into any chemical reaction, such as your fluorescence, phosphorescence and photoelectric effect. We are going to discuss about fluorescence, phosphorescence and photoelectric effect in our coming slides. And there are other type of processes which are photochemical process. So these are those processes in which the absorption of light, this leads to excited species. It can either dissociate, it can isomerize, rearrange, or it can react with another molecule. Alright. So there are certain laws that governs the absorption of light. One of such law is the Lambert's law. लैम्बर्ट्स लॉ क्या कहता है कि जब भी कोई मोनोक्रोमेटिक बीम ऑफ रेडिएशन पास होगी एक होमोजीनियस मीडियम से, ठीक है, तो वो जो लाइट रेडिएशन है जब वो मीडियम से गुजरेगी तो उसकी इंटेंसिटी डिक्रीज होगी, एंड दैट डिक्रीज इन इंटेंसिटी विल बी डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू द इंटेंसिटी ऑफ द इंसिडेंट लाइट एट पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट एक्स. ठीक है, दैट इज जस्ट बिफोर एंटरिंग इनटू द मीडियम. So that means this differential change in intensity or decrease in intensity with respect to distance, that is directly proportional to the intensity of the radiation I. Okay, so we can write it like this, that minus di by dx is equals to k times I, where k is the absorption coefficient, and this absorption coefficient depends upon the nature of the absorbing medium. ये डिपेंड करेगा कि हमारा सॉल्वेंट क्या यूज़ हो रहा है, क्या वो जो होमोजीनियस मीडियम है वो वाटर में लिया गया है, क्या वो बेंजीन में लिया गया है, या वो ईथर के अंदर लिया गया है. ओके, सो लेट अस लुक अहेड about the Lambert's law. So let us assume that I naught is the original intensity of the incident light, that is before entering the medium, and I is the intensity of light after covering a distance x. Okay, then according to the previous equation we can write it like this, that di by I is equals to minus k dx. Okay, so when x is equals to 0, your I is equals to I naught, that is we are talking about this point, and when x is equals to x, your I will be equal to I, that is at this point. So let us integrate this expression, okay, going from x equal to 0 to x equal to x. Similarly, I equal to I naught to I equal to I. So integrating between their corresponding limits, we can deduce the expression as ln I upon I0 is equals to minus kx. Okay, or we can simply write it down in their exponential form, that I upon I0 is equals to e to the power minus kx, or simply I is equals to I naught e to the power minus ks. So this is the mathematical expression for the Lambert's law. Okay, so this expression, we can write it down this expression in terms of their natural logarithm. So we can replace this k by k dash, where k dash is equals to k upon 2.303. This is the absorption coefficient of the medium. And since k dash, this is equals to minus 1 by x log I upon I0, or we can say it like this, 1 by x log I naught by I. Now if this factor log of I naught by I, this becomes equal to unity, your k dash is simply equal to 1 by x. But this can only happen when this factor I naught by I is equals to 10, because log 10 is equals to 1. Okay? So that means when I naught by I is equals to 10, your I becomes equal to 1/10 of the I naught. Okay? So we can define the extinction coefficient or absorptivity as the reciprocal of the thickness of the layer at which the intensity of the light falls to 1/10 of its original value. जब मेरी intensity of a light, ठीक है, उस particular thickness से pass होने के बाद 1/10 of the original value पहुंच जाती है, उस point पे मेरा जो k dash है, this k dash, ठीक है, this becomes 1. Okay, so that is the extinction coefficient or absorptivity of the medium. Okay, so this Beer's law, which is an extension of the Lambert's law, and therefore it is also known as your Lambert-Beer's law. Beer's law basically आपके Lambert's law का ही extension है. Okay, so whenever a monochromatic beam of light is passed through a solution, now it says the decrease in intensity of light with thickness. This is directly proportional to not only the intensity of the incident radiation but also the concentration of the solution. Okay, that is why this is called as the extension of the Lambert's law. यहाँ पे इन्होंने concentration को भी introduce कर दिया. So this becomes equal to epsilon times IC, where epsilon is a constant known as molar absorption coefficient or molar extinction coefficient, and this is a characteristic of the solute and depends upon the nature of the solvent, temperature and wavelength of the light used. Okay, so there are some other important terminologies which you must remember. What is a transmittance? Transmittance is defined as the ratio of intensity of the transmitted light from the solution and the intensity of the incident light. ठीक है, कितनी लाइट उस पर फॉल करी थी, ठीक है, और कितनी एब्जॉर्ब हुई है, ठीक है, उन दोनों का जो रेशियो है दैट इज द ट्रांसमिटेंस. सो इनवर्सली इसका उल्टा हम क्या कहेंगे, एब्जॉर्बेंस और ऑप्टिकल डेंसिटी और सिंपली एक्सटिंक्शन. सो दिस इज द लॉग ऑफ द रेसिप्रोकल ऑफ ट्रांसमिटेंस, ठीक है, दैट इज 1/t. दिस नोन एज योर log of 1/t is called as your absorbance. Okay, then there is molar extinction coefficient. Okay, this is defined as the absorbance of the solution having thickness 1 centimeter and concentration equal to 1 mole per liter. तो हमारे पास जो एक्सप्रेशन थी that absorbance is equals to epsilon cx, ठीक है, ये मेरे पास एक एक्सप्रेशन है. तो आपसे पूछा जाए व्हाट इज द यूनिट ऑफ एप्सिलॉन. सो दिस एब्जॉर्बेंस, दिस इज अ डायमेंशनलेस क्वांटिटी. ठीक है, सिंस आई बाय आई नॉट इज अ डायमेंशनलेस क्वांटिटी, we can say it as minus log t. This is also dimensionless, so absorbance is dimensionless. So how to calculate the unit of epsilon? This must be such unit which cancel out the unit of concentration and distance x. Okay, that is why the unit of epsilon is liter per mole per centimeter, because it is going to cancel out the unit of concentration which is mole per liter. Okay, and distance which is centimeter. All right, so you must remember the unit of epsilon or molar extinction coefficient, this is liter per mole per centimeter. And this absorbance, this is an additive property. That means मेरे पास जितने कंपोनेंट होंगे सॉल्यूशन के अंदर जो लाइट एब्जॉर्ब करेंगे, वो सारे ही एब्जॉर्ब अगर करते हैं, so this property is an is will going to add up all those individual components. Epsilon 1 c1 first component, epsilon 2 c2 this is of second component, and so on. So this will be total absorbance of the solution. But there are certain limitations of Lambert BS law. It is not obeyed if the radiation used is not monochromatic. अगर हम फॉर अ रेंज ऑफ रेडिएशन यूज करेंगे तो उस केस में मेरा लैम्बर्ट्स बी लॉ मेरा इनवैलिड हो जाता है. एंड दिस इज फॉर डाइल्यूट सॉल्यूशन ओनली. अगर मैं कंसनट्रेटेड सॉल्यूशन लेता हूँ, सो देयर विल बी आयन आयन इंटरेक्शन विच यू कॉल इट एज अ इंटर आयनिक इंटरेक्शन. वो भी अपना रोल प्ले करता है. सो देयर विल बी गोइंग टू अ डिफरेंस in the values being measured or observed, and it also depends upon the temperature of the system. Increasing in temperature, it will results into the bathochromic effect on ions of the solutions. Bathochromic effect means this absorption bands this shift towards the longer wavelength. ठीक है, तो temperature of the system भी depend करता है. Okay, so these were the limitations of the Lambert's Beer law. Other than those, we have certain other laws which governs photochemistry. The first law of photochemistry is called as your Grothus-Draper law. Grothus-Draper law ने क्या कहा कि हर लाइट जो फॉल हो रही है एब्जॉर्बिंग मीडियम पे, वो सारी की सारी लाइट रिएक्शन में कन्वर्ट नहीं करती. ठीक है, ये रिएक्शन प्रोडक्ट के लिए इम्पॉर्टेंट नहीं है. ठीक है, all the light that falls on the sample is not effective in bringing about a chemical change. इसमें से कुछ लाइट है जो मेरी रिफ्लेक्ट हो जाती है सरफेस से, कुछ लाइट है जो मेरी मीडियम में ट्रांसमिट कर जाती है. ठीक है, पास ऑन हो जाती है. एंड देयर आर सर्टेन पोर्शन विच इज गेटिंग एब्जॉर्ब, एंड इट इज दिस लाइट विच इज एब्जॉर्ब, it is going to change or bring in a photochemical reaction. So that is the first law of photochemistry called as your Grothus and Draper law. And this absorbed radiation, this can bring chemical change in a reaction. It can lead to fluorescence, phosphorescence, or thermal energy. That means it can heat up the solvent. So there are many cases in which the light radiation, they may not be responsible at all, but it can directly affect some other substance which is called as your photosensitizer. ठीक है, तो फोटोसेंसिटाइजर क्या करता है, लाइट को एब्जॉर्ब करता है और वो एनर्जी पास ऑन कर देता है जो हमें केमिकल रिएक्शन के लिए चाहिए. ठीक है, सो दिस पास ऑन आउट टू द रिएक्टिंग सब्सटेंस एंड देन ओनली द रिएक्शन विल बिगिन. सो सच टाइप ऑफ रिएक्शन आर कॉल्ड एज योर फोटोसेंसिटाइज्ड रिएक्शंस. जैसे कि एग्जांपल है फोटोसिंथेसिस ऑफ कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स. हम जानते हैं प्लांट्स जो हैं वो लाइट को एनर्जी को कन्वर्ट करते हैं इन कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स. बट ये होता कब है, यहाँ पे जो मीडियम है उसमें मेरा क्लोरोफिल है, दैट एक्ट्स एज अ फोटोसेंसिटाइजर. क्लोरोफिल लाइट एनर्जी को कन्वर्ट कर रहा है और सपोर्ट कर रहा है केमिकल रिएक्शन की तरफ. ठीक है, ताकि वो कार्बोहाइड्रेट में कन्वर्ट हो पाए. ओके, the second important law of photochemistry is the Stark-Einstein law of photochemical equivalence. Okay, they says that every atom or molecule that is taking part in a photochemical reaction, they absorbs one quanta of radiation to which the substance is being absorbed. हर एटम और मॉलिक्यूल जो भी फोटोकेमिकल रिएक्शन देगा वो वन क्वांटा ऑफ रेडिएशन एब्जॉर्ब करेगा. So this energy absorbed per mole of the reacting substance, this is can be estimated from this expression that E is equals to n times h nu, or simply nhc by lambda. So according to Einstein law, every molecule absorbs one quantum of radiation. Okay, had this been correct, number of reacting molecules should be number of quanta absorbed. अगर ये आइंस्टाइन लॉ, स्टार्क आइंस्टाइन लॉ सही है तो हर मॉलिक्यूल जो है हर क्वांटा एब्जॉर्ब हुआ तो मेरे पास उतने ही रिएक्टिंग मॉलिक्यूल्स होने चाहिए. बट ऐसा नहीं देखा गया है. कई बार ऐसा होता है कि जो इनिशियली हमने स्मॉल अमाउंट ऑफ रेडिएशन उस पर पास करी, बट दिस कैन ब्रिंग अबाउट अ लार्ज चेन रिएक्शन. वहीं पे कई बार होता है कि हम उसे लगातार बहुत देर तक लाइट पास ऑन करनी पड़ती है, रेडिएशन देनी पड़ती है, but this can bring only a small amount of reaction. Hence the term quantum yield is being introduced. Quantum yield हमें बताती है कि मेरे कितने फोटोन एब्जॉर्ब हुए और कितने मॉलिक्यूल मेरे रिएक्ट हुए. ठीक है, तो अगर मेरे फोटोन कम एब्जॉर्ब हो रहे हैं, ठीक है, ये बहुत वैल्यू कम है और ये वैल्यू मेरी बहुत ज़्यादा है, दैट मीन्स क्वांटम एफिशिएंसी इज़ वेरी हाई. ओके, या फिर हम ये कहें कि नहीं, मेरे फोटॉन्स तो बहुत ज़्यादा एब्जॉर्ब हो रहे हैं बट एक्चुअल प्रोडक्ट वो बहुत कम है. ओके, सो उनकी उस केस में मेरा क्वांटम एफिशिएंसी या क्वांटम यील्ड जो है वो बहुत ही कम होगी. ठीक है, तो ये क्वेश्चन पूछा जाता है, व्हाट इज क्वांटम एफिशिएंसी. So this may be defined as the number of moles reacting per Einstein of the light absorbed. Alright, so that is all about the today's lecture. Revise all those points which we have discussed so far, okay, and attempt the question which is being posted in your Google Classroom. Okay, so thank you so much.